a new day. It's a new life for me. Yeah, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me.
And that was Nina Simone singing it right from the soul. And that's what we do here. I am Ryan Keys, your host with Spirituality with a Spin, and we are touching on some topics that are a bit taboo. We're talking about twin flames, spiritual unions, divine happenings, telepathic connection. We've been on this quest to uncover the unseen, the unknown, to dive deeper into the spirit, to find out why. Why do we feel this way? Why is this happening to me? What do I do? Where do I go? What is this? I'm side by side with you, asking questions, looking for answers, any way possible, trying to make sense out of all of this. Information, research, banding together as a community, talking about things, hashing it out, exploring, being open, seeing the world with possibility. I wanted to say thank you for everyone that's following me, that is involved, that is commenting. Please feel free to subscribe so you are constantly updated, because I will post just haphazardly. I always put something out on Sunday and Thursday, but you never know where the Spirit's going to lead me. I might throw something out there on a Monday or Wednesday or Friday. I go where I feel led. I say what I need to say. I go to the source. I go to the Spirit. I don't want to be anybody else. I want to be me. I really appreciate everybody getting involved, leaving comments, talking about what's going on in their lives, because that's how we start to learn as a group and evolve. Today, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to break some things down. First, if you're new to this concept, what is a twin flame? Is it just the other half of you? Is it just a point of your evolution where your soul divided into a feminine and masculine energy, and you've been searching for lives, incarnation after incarnation, trying to rejoin someone that's similar to you but not you, to learn things about yourself by coming together and being a mirror, so that when you finally join in this three-dimensional place, you complete and complement each other. Is it that? Is it just that? When we go to a being that's up above, a being that is all in love, we have to look at all the avenues, dive in deep, to get a deeper understanding, to go past our human dimension, to go past our own societal knowledge of how we deal with things, how we see the source, to get past our limited language and concepts, to for once feel with our soul, to allow our emotions to merge with the source that our soul is. This is a learning process. It's a learning curve. You're evolving. Source has put out a conscious call for you to become a conscious entity. There are many people out there to help you, to guide you, to instruct you. But never let anyone sell you short. Your love language, that language you have inside, the depth of your own being, houses every answer you need. You never have to look outside of yourself if you do not choose, but so many people are having a hard time seeing themselves. And when the twin flames come together, that merging, that mirror, that unification process where you see yourself in another person, and you finally see Source incarnated. It is a magnification, a manifestation. And then you start to look for the meaning. Why? Why? And then we look at the symptoms of the twin flame union, the twin flame coming together, the purpose. That love is actually paramount over all of this. The quest isn't about mind and ego. It's about soul in love. Love is always why. There's not going to be a sign on the door that says, "This is my twin." It's just something for the soul to know. You will encounter many people in your lives. You may not end up in a three-dimensional relationship with your twin, and that's okay. Because inner peace will propagate being in the present. Inner peace will guide you to a place where passion is alive and well in your heart, where you will allow love to be paramount and to take on this present moment, to be honest with yourself. Whether it's a twin flame or a soulmate, it truly doesn't matter when it comes to you, because this is about an evolutionary call, a communal, conscious, creative call from our creative source to wake up. Let me hear you say it. Wake up. Wake up. The phone has been ringing. Some of you are starting to answer it. And no, maybe a soulmate is not your twin, but a soulmate is never construed as second best, because everything is perfect and just on this path. Start to begin to look at your mistakes as not a mistake, but part of the mission. Begin to forgive yourself. Don't let the past become your present. Don't let something that has already occurred extract emotional energy now. Begin to help those people around you by helping yourself and helping others go to deeper levels of emotion. Look for that great level of love that exists between all of us. Stop seeing the me and see the we. This is a bigger thing than us. Realize that your twin flame symptoms and signs are synchronized with the ascension, the shift, the awakening, this complete calling from the Creator to rise and shine. We're all heading home. And home is where your heart is. Let your heart expand with love for all. There is no difference in any of us. There is no one greater when it comes to the source. You have been designed from the divine. Every inch, every part of your essence is from an above source, a source that has permeated everything, a source based on potential. The universe, God, the Creator, the Almighty Architect does not make a mistake. Nor have you. Stop to see yourself as you truly are in the likeness and image of a wonderful being that has designed every little intricate cell of your life. Appreciate your differences, embrace them as strengths. This calling of the twin, this moment that you are owning, is about an elevation. It's about an introduction to a new way of living. It's a wake-up call. Now, there's going to be a few things that happen when your twin flame connection begins to change you. Things that will surprise you. Things that will surprise you about the secret, about how you met, about the separation process, about the creation process, about the union. If you are separate from your twin and you feel that you are unable to love or be interested in anyone else, perhaps you need to dig deeper into loving yourself, because love is not an experience as much as it is an emotion. It's allowing people to come into your life, no matter who they are. It is never, ever a mistake to love people. You might get let down, you might get your heart broken, you might not get it returned in the way that you've given. But is it ever truly at your deficit to operate out of love? I don't think so. Who wants to walk around snarled and smug and resenting? I don't. I believe the twin flame is an ascension process. It's a soul process. I believe we've been trying to fit it into our everyday box of romance and movies and ideas of what we believe the physical to be, but yet we are missing the true purpose. The true point is an ascension, an awakening. Many of you have investigated things from Dolores Cannon, from the Mandela effect, from CERN, from alien contact, from ethereal contact, astral travel, ayahuasca, all of these things hanging in the air waiting to be picked out to apply to you. But we are three-dimensional, everyday human beings on this planet, trying to manage to show up, wake up, and be here. To deal with things that seem unexpected, to deal with challenges and quirks, to deal with the day-to-day. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days. We all understand that. But it's a transformation that's happening under your feet. Your heart, your mind, and your good old body doesn't know what to do. It responds to you with anxiety, with migraines, with adrenal issues, with all of these different things that make you feel as if something's wrong, when what's really truly wrong is the emotional, spiritual nature of yourself is growing, and the body doesn't know what to do. So the body will mirror this with symptoms and signs, even disease. Because we are not bringing our bodies in line. We are not seeing our body, our flesh, as a temple, beginning to take care of it, beginning to bring life-giving nutrients into it, but treating it as if it is all you have. This is the only body you've got right now. Love it. You have to love yourself and love your body as if you would have loved your twin flame, or as if you love your twin flame, as if you love your body like you love your children, with unconditional love. Give your body what it needs. It needs nourishment. It needs attention. It needs sustenance. It needs goodness. It needs positive affirmation. It needs to be treated with kindness, with clarity. So your soulmate has come along, or your twin flame is in your life, and you begin to feel your heart chakra. You begin to feel your heart when this deeper truth comes into your life. And you begin to ask yourself, I'm having heart palpitations, I'm feeling weird, I'm feeling vulnerable, I'm feeling as if I'm walking a tightrope. Your soul is trying to assist you in this opening. Once you start to begin to fill yourself up with love, responding with love, being in love with life, looking at life as a gift, and stop looking at the differences that prevent you from seeing your greatness. When you begin to see yourself as an energetic being, when you begin to start seeing the twin flame is a mirror so that you see yourself. You see your chakra system. You see your ethereal self. You no longer adhere to such a strict ideology of what romance is, of what life is, but you begin to see the soul connection above, of unconditional love, beyond the flesh. Because this process is designed for you to align, to jump into this vibrational river of light and flow as you go. Let it take you. Let it motivate you. Let it permeate you. Let it move you. Because when you don't move, when you try to stand, you get knocked to your feet with change. Because the universe does not stop. The universe does not have rewind. There's no backing up. You only have one gear, and that's first gear, and it goes forward. When you begin to understand the Hermetic Laws and the principles associated with these, I encourage you to investigate these. Then you begin to understand the dynamics, the principles that are involved in perpetual motion and movement, the causatives and effects, gender and reality. You begin to see people have been keeping the power from you. They have been keeping you down. The man has been pushing you under. Society has been selling you a bill of goods to keep you sedate so that you sleepwalk your way through this life where your soul is waiting for the expansive nature of unconditional love and breath to ascend to a union process where your twin comes to you and all that you can be becomes who you are. Where your belief patterns start to shift from karma to can be. When no longer you start to see, I can't, but I already did. Peeling away the layers of the past isn't the answer. Because the past does not hold an answer. The past only holds an explanation for something that is already gone. Rewind, replenish. No, I think not. Plant and prosper. Move forward. Be in the present. Do not punish yourself for the past punishment is no longer here. We are ascending. Now, how do you know if you're ascending? How do you know? How do you know if you are consciously awakening? Well, number one, you're looking up twin flames. Number two, you're feeling a calling. You're feeling an absent passiveness that you feel this empty place in your soul. You are looking at the conscious core of this flesh-based being and you are saying, it is not enough. And when I say, wake up, it echoes into your body, into your being, and you begin to start feeling this physical manifestation, the spiritual remembrance. When you start to see who you are, when you start to get past mechanical impulses of fight or flight, when you start to see that external stimulus is only designed to capture your attention, to keep you in a state of mental absorption, to keep you in an unproductive dream state that you cannot get out of, when you stop looking at TV and start seeing what you can be. Awake, walking with your eyes wide open, no longer mesmerized or hypnotized, daydreaming about what could be, being in a trance of what should be, but being here in the now, owning every single moment, conscious to your core, conscious to everything that you hold true. No longer at the mercy of your environment, no longer at the mercy of what you used to be, no longer seeing the horror and the has-beens and the have-nots, but looking at logic through a different perspective, logically seeing that you are something beyond a mistake. You're something beyond something that climbed out of a pool of mud and murk. You are not a single-celled animal. You were never that. You are a divine light, illuminated being that was created with a specific purpose, with a specific place. Divinity. See the divinity in you. Whatever it takes, communicate with this community, communicate with yourself, recite lines, be in a mantra, be in a meditation, reach out, love, give, volunteer, engage. People can think you're crazy. it doesn't matter, because you're going to be creating. If people want to think I'm crazy, if people want to think that I lost it, let them. They can think that I have lived a life that is subpar. They can believe that if I had just gotten my nose to the grindstone and worked in that trap that society laid for me, that I would be better off. They could say, well, he's not addicted to Dancing with the Stars. He's not adhering to petty drama. He's able to switch between hallelujah and happy and go into goofy, and wake up in the morning with a light step and jump out of bed ready to face the day. I'm just telling you, sometimes a little insanity is sane. One of the first stages is breaking all the negative confluence, breaking the negatives. Self-awareness. Look inward, observe yourself, place your attentions firmly on your present. See your thoughts, feel. Why do you feel? Pay attention to those sensations in your body, your breath, touch. Relate it to a higher being, higher level of perspective. Begin to realize and rationalize that time is only flying by because you are allowing it. You got caught in a time clock. You got caught in the vortex. The core of your mind is the center of your perception, and it defines who you are through and true. Believe this. Believe it. When you start having these dreams, these manifestations, when you start seeing these 11-11s, 8-8s, and all these numbers coming into you in a confluence and a congruence that are confirming a feeling you have inside, when you start to hear something that rings true to you, when you walk into a building and you get goosebumps and you suddenly meet someone that makes an impression on your life that changes the way you think, and you can't explain how or why, you feel like you've known them for your whole life, realize you have. The only boundaries that are set in this are the ones that our being, our body, is placing. We exist in spirit. And when you start to remove blockages and the stagnant energy, when you start working on the etheric, the spirit body, when you start doing self-healing, self-mantras, self-clearing, when you start to deal with those negative sub-based emotions, when you can feel anger come up when you're talking and you can stop it at a snap and say, oh, anger, I feel you. Why are you here? Why are you here? Oh, this experience is reminding me of something in the past. Well, this isn't that past. I don't need your anger. I'm fine. I got it handled. When your perception is able to influence you right now, when you're able to stop rationalizing based on your own inferiority complex, when you're no longer seeing yourself as subpar, then you start to remove these negative emotions that are holding you back, and then you enter a positive awareness, a vibrational quality of understanding. Self-awareness begins to transmute into you a spiritual alchemical awakening. Will it be easy? No, it will not be easy. I am sure it won't be easy, but there is no other way. When 18% of your experiences are triggered, and they are representative of depression and despair, which is a scientific study they did, 18% of your emotional day has despair and depression. What triggers this? Because guess what? As a natural law states, if you have prayer and meditation, you just reduced your depression and despair by 13%, thereby only having 5% of your day devoted to this delinquent juvenile of depression and despair. Start dealing with these negative things, these negative emotions. Start moving forward. Start seeing the true you, expecting miracles, seeking a permanent transformation. So, the big elephant in the room would be, my twin flame is here. What does it mean? Why? Why can't I be with him? Why are we running? Why are we chasing? Why are we having this separation? Or why am I with this karmic twin, this faux flame that has made me feel so bad? Or why do I feel so weird inside? It is because it is ascension, my friends. Ascension. Ascension. You're beginning to create new belief systems, are you not? Aren't you thinking outside of the box, going to the non-normal for answers? Aren't you beginning to embrace your freedom spiritually, exercising your potential, leaving that mental box that was built by society? Because truly, when you awaken to your inner truth, freedom has been found. And look at this tiny house movement. How does that relate to the twin flames, Ryan? Twin flames is a symptom of ascension. Karmic twins going through this, heading to the progressional force of joining in the 3 and 5D with your twin is an ascension symptom. That's why I said 2017 is going to be the year of twinning. Tiny house. That is a major symptom of ascension. You want more freedom, you get less stuff. Eddie Vedder said it in the song Society. You're looking for peace. You're looking for simplicity. Instead of buying the big house, instead of having the big family, instead of having the watch, you're finding yourself cleaning out, donating, selling, cleansing, getting rid of the stuff. Instead of putting all your energy on stuff, you're beginning to redirect it to you by simplifying your life, because love isn't about what you have, what you get. It's about who you are. Osho said, love is not about possession, love is about appreciation. True love and happiness will not be found in having more. It never has been, never will be. But it was told to us and sold to us. Hollywood said it, so it must be true. And damn if I wasn't in Hollywood, and that makes me so glad that I am not any longer. I mean, I just saw something where Keanu Reeves was coming forward and saying all of these things. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? It makes me sick to do this. But then he's going to do John Wick 2? Come on. I like Keanu Reeves. I have nothing wrong with him. I love The Matrix. But don't project and proliferate idea of people. Why are you doing this? Wake up. What are you doing? You are living in a lie. And then contribute to the lie by a movie that has more killing than any movie in 10 seconds that I've ever seen. It's time we start being true. No one's perfect, but let's strive to love. You're ascending, so now even your job doesn't have the same flavor. Look at these digital nomads scurrying around the country, looking for places to be, open, work with less. The 4-Hour Workweek, huge book. What does that have to do with twin flames? Twin flames are about not being tied down, being more euphoric, being more in the 5D, spiritually ascending to a higher plane of existence so that you can love in a multidimensional way. So your sudden desire to change your job, boom, that's a symptom of ascension, compounded by your twin flame or your karmic twin. It's heavy, people. And then you want to go home and drink, or you want to go home and do something that makes your body compromised? No. We're all guilty of not being able to be perfect, but when you catch it, stop it. Catch it, cut it out, and create something new. The 3 C's of seeing it a different way. So you've been called to fulfill your life's purpose. Twins, are you listening? Your life's purpose isn't just about being 3D with that sweetie. It goes deeper. Spiritual awakening. You've been holding yourself back because the past said no. You've been carrying your past around like a backpack. Well, it's time to drop that weight. Don't be afraid. You're not going to miss it. Let go of the resistance. Step out into faith. Like the little bird that gets to the edge of the nest. He doesn't know if he can fly. But he sure as hell knows that if he doesn't, he will fall. So he respects that law, and he flaps his wings as hard as he can, and then he flies because he had faith he could do it. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to see the end game. That's one of the beauties of life. Even though our soul knows the outcome, our mind chooses to let it be a little bit of a surprise. What's the point in having a birthday party if all the presents weren't wrapped? People just show up and your gift is just already out in the open. Oh, hey, Tom, here you go. Here's that weed eater you wanted. Hey, Tom, I also brought you that Buddha statue. Oh, you didn't wrap it? Thanks. That's nice. I see it. Awesome. Part of the surprise is the fun. Let's have fun in life. Just because we're spiritual doesn't mean we can't have fun. Let go of that resistance. Step out into faith. This is one of those symptoms. And then you start to find yourself drawn to inspiration and personal development. You're sitting here listening to me, to other people like me. You're reading stuff. You live to learn. You love to learn. You live, love, laugh. You surround yourselves with inspiration and positivity. You are in a personal development that is unlike you've ever been before. You crave it. You're drawn to it. Yoga, meditation, praying, personal development, seminars, running, walking, going to church, listening to books on tape. And then you're suddenly, finally feeling free in nature. You're outside, you're active. And when you're in nature, what does it do? It allows you to step away to truly unplug and to plug into divine higher powers. You get back in the garden and you are getting yours. Let's go into the garden. Let's relax. Let's recharge. You're awakening. You're waking up. You're waking up. Then you start to experience unusual sleep patterns. You'll wake up in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't go back to sleep. You don't know why. You have more energy than you ever had before. Or you might go to sleep for like 12 hours and you weren't depressed, you weren't anything. You just went to sleep and you slept like a rock. Erratic sleep patterns is a sign of ascension as well. Isn't that ironic? That's your body trying to deal with this spiritual shift. Right? And then you start to increase your self-talk. You start to talk to your creator. You start to talk to that divine being. You may have never prayed before, you never meditated before, and you started to do it because you want to hear what has to be said. And no, you're not crazy. You're establishing a new line, a new level of communication. And then those synchronicities, like you're experiencing with your twins, start to happen all over the place. You know, Carl Jung said something? He said synchronicity is the experience of meaningful related events that are unlikely by mere consequence. They are not a coincidence. They are synchronistic. These synchronicizations have meaning. They are guiding you towards the best path. They are popping out. 11, 11, 111, 333, 555. They are all around. If you don't, just check out Doreen Virtue. She's got some great information on this. Thank God for her. And then you're starting to feel aligned. You are feeling one. You watch TV and you get sick. You're like, how can these people be starving in this country? How can we allow a bug to kill millions of people every year? I want to go solar. I want to help the environment. I want to save the dolphins. I don't want to pollute the ocean. I don't want genetically modified food in my body. Who does? I don't want some company to own my water. And then finally, what I've been telling you, your body starts to realize this ascension's happening, so it starts to throw dis-ease to you. So then you have to feed it what it needs in order to handle the transition. You have to take better care of yourself. You have to desire a healthier life, you have to ascend. This body is your ride. It's a temple. Your soul sits here. Treat it like it's divine. See it. The better you eat, the more raw you eat, the more healthy you eat, the better you feel, the more energy you have, the more sun inside, the more illuminated you will be. Junk food, fast food, that is a lie. That's a falsehood sold to you by a company that could care less if you live or die. And then one of the downsides of the ascension process, it's not a downside because it's an awakening side, but it is affiliated with a twin flame side. A feeling of sadness or deep emotion with no cause or reason. You might go through every single major emotion in 10 minutes and you don't know why, you don't know how. It wasn't even that song from 1995 that triggered you, that you danced with that first lover. No, it's not the end of the Notebook. No, just no reason. Demand to be conscious in this life. So that's how the twin flame union, the twin flame experience, in my mind, is hand in hand, holding hands with the ascension process. Bigger than both of us, bigger than all of us. We're waking up. Work on yourself, wake up, and you will start to see and be what you need to complete the 3D and the 5D and the 6D and the 10D and the 1000D that is designed by our divine. I've overwhelmed you and overloaded you. I apologize. Please subscribe down below. If you need any personal help at the crossroads, if you got this far and you are still in question, contact me, email me. My site is psychicperspectives.com. Light and love. I will see you on the other side.